Good morning, all. All right, so let's get into get back here to SPY. Take a look. We have a high at 449.46. Dipped down to 446.12 yesterday. Hung out there, did a double bottom. I would generally like this area for a call, but I don't like that it broke real late last night. Down to 446.12 from this low. So I'll take this long, but I'm going to be cautious with it. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Sitting right on the previous high. Here. Previous breakout. The 9 is coming in at that 446.12, like that. Right in that neighborhood. That looks good for the open. All right, so Qs looks like we're going to get a bounce, and if it breaks, we just look for the short. But let's go through the. Let's go take a look at Qs and see what's happening over here. Of course, I can't damn see much. Is that the low? No, the low is right there. 372.26. 372.15 was yesterday's low. All right. So yesterday's high was after hours up here at that 374.80. That's interesting. We get a dip out of Q's for the run back up to 374.80 possibly. All right, let's go over, spin over here to Apple and drop down through the list. Everybody on this morning? People are late to the party today. It's Friday. All right. All right, so Apple came down. Wow, look at those candles. 146.34. We could watch Apple for a long in this neighborhood. Not so sure I like it up here. It could bounce in this neighborhood, but I'd be much more comfortable down here. Get rid of some of these lines. Yesterday's highs on Apple, 149.12. That was early. Interesting how Apple's coming down when I expect it to go up. Could come down to this 144. I just don't think so. It might though. Just have to watch it. So I'm still looking for longs on Apple. I expect it to come up here to 155. This is where I wanted to take it. It came down. Can watch this 146.30s area. Yesterday's low as well. It could bounce, which is here. Mark that off. 147, somewhere in this range. Deeper the better. So now if the market's selling off, I'm not just going to jump on to go long on Apple. I'm going to need the market to be putting in a higher low, SPY and Qs and whatnot. All right. Range is pretty big, but still no trade on AMD, really. Amazon's on the march. So on Amazon, hold on, 33.20.05. So right now we're above, which kind of expect it. Hey Chris, good morning. I went through SPY and out. Were you on when I went through SPY and Qs, Chris? Okay. I'll go back through them. We'll zip through the list here, but anyway, Amazon's up currently pre-market. It's got candles down to the close, which is a really good bounce area for Amazon. Now for Qs and SPY to break out, Amazon's going to have to head up in this direction, right? It put in this 334.2065 a few days ago, so I've expected Amazon to come up, and once it gets up in this gap, it's going to want to come back up here. So we can watch that. Boeing's kind of flat. Baba's trying to put in a higher low. How close did she come? I think it's going to come down here, actually. So that would put Baba. I wouldn't touch Baba until down here around this 152.80. 153.80, somewhere in this range here. Whoops. I would take a call here coming into this double bottom. Somewhere in this range. We can watch it for a long there. And if we get a pop up, we could watch that 169.11 up in this area, up to the top of this market maker candle, up to 169.85 for a short. The range is really big. I'm giving Baba a lot of room because it's just been jumping all over the place, so I don't want to get stuck in the trade the wrong way and be on the wrong side and get hammered, you know. So we can take this trade here. That double bottom, your risk is to the bottom of right here. And I wouldn't even come that far. What are we, 152? That would put us at 149. It's 3 points. I really like to have Baba around a point. I don't think I'd want to give it much more than that, which would probably just dip into the bottom of this candle back here. But remember, most of these traders that were in the trade back here are not in the trade anymore. Most of the day traders anyway. So people that are long-term holding bottom for the long-term run may take some position adds here. Expecting this to come back up, but Baba's close to where I would take a trade down here. Let me get rid of this. All right. Blackberry, Beyond Beef, Carnival. I like Carnival, but I watch their options. They just don't move enough for me to like them. Chewy's moving pretty clean on its steady climb. The 89 call on Chewy is probably a fairly good play. Down to the low of yesterday, which would be here. 88.50. So you got about 50 cents of risk on Chewy. Depending if the market wants to come up. Coinbase. Coinbase is choppy in the middle. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I like it at 238. If it jammed down to 238, I would risk a trade, but I don't really so much like this move here. The level was good for the short yesterday, but Disney's got a candle down. I'm surprised Disney's held up this well with all the COVID garbage going on. It's only 9:04. I was just making sure I wasn't taking too much time here. All right, so there's some interesting signals coming across as I move through the basket. And the reason I do this is because you start to see a pattern of what's happening, right? Even though this is, green with a little bit of red, I mean, I see a lot of stuff that says we might go long, and I see some stuff that says we might go short. Got a phantom tick on Facebook up here to 368.41. So that being said, I would watch this for a long here. 364.10 down to, see, the risk is pretty large. The 9 is at 363.36. So in this neighborhood, deeper the better, of course. We can watch this area right here for a long on Facebook. I kind of like that play. Where the hell is my pen? Get all this stuff jumbled up in my head, so I write down the ones that I like. I like Facebook for the long this morning. I'll be putting that on my other chart. We'll be watching that for the long. 363 calls probably is what we'll risk, is the 363 calls. Okay. I don't really have a short on Facebook. Let me look. No, I don't really have a short. We could watch up here by this. It's going to slow down in this neighborhood, so you're going to want to take profit up here. Or if it jams straight into it, we can watch it for a short, but I don't think I would execute it. It's a point up to the top here. Yeah, no, I don't like the short at all. I'd look for the long. Okay. Gold's got another candle up to 176.17. That's interesting. Gold's going to climb up again. All right, GME. Look at that squeeze on GME, dude. It just cracks me up every time I see it. I mean, every time I see this crap on this garbage. It's garbage. I wonder how they're going to try to morph this company into something else. I mean, they sold out North Korea. Sorry, North Korea. Somebody in South Korea owns GME now. They sold it back in January. All right. Google's going to run up at that 29.19. Looks like it wants to break highs. Put a double top in. All-time highs. Go watch that 28, 25, 23 for the long. Came in yesterday and worked. $20 move or so. Can watch this area for a long on Google. I don't really trade Google that much. Only I make just as much money trading Apple SPY and smaller contracts. I just take larger positions. Google and Netflix and Amazon will make a believer out of you if you get in a trade the wrong way with too many contracts. That's all I have to tell you. You want to test your emotions. All right. Someone ding in my ear. Yes. Whew. Look at that candle on Home Depot. You see that, Jason? All the way down to 264.96. That's nasty. Wow. I'll mark that. I want to see what happens with that. I would expect Home Depot to come up during hurricane season, but hey, maybe it's going to run straight down. That's what they like to do to people. Everybody thinks it's going to run up because of hurricane season in the South, and then they just jam the stock down. Welcome to institutional traders against retail traders. All right, guys, so let's move on. Nothing on Home Depot. I'm just looking at the candle. Intel kind of bounced where I thought it would. Still nothing there that I want to risk. Not with these big candles. Is that another candle to break highs? That's up over the gap. All right, let me get rid of this. I'm going to have to watch this a little closer. Let me mark off these lines just so I know they're there. All right, so 52.56 for the long is where I'd watch for the bounce. Pre-market low, or yesterday's low on AMD possibly. It's hard to read the chart because of these giant market maker candles. Yesterday's low is 52, 53, somewhere in there. Yeah, 52.97 looks like. Didn't move much yesterday. Intel did it. Let's leave Intel alone. It's probably going to make a move. I don't get stuck, especially on Intel. Lockheed Martin's jamming. Thought it was going to jam up. Sure did. Ran right to where I thought it was going to run to. It needs to get over this gap right here at 365.36 for the continuation. Looks good. One of my guys is in this trade long, swinging it. All right, so Microsoft. Look at Microsoft bounce, gets paid, breaks down. See, guys, the first bounce, first and second bounce are usually pretty good. That third bounce, a lot of times it can break through, so you just got to be cautious on the third bounce. Here we go. So we have a bottom. We're so close to this gap that I just don't believe that Microsoft's not gonna fill this gap at 297.47 before it run back up. I'd be really surprised if it doesn't do it. So we can watch this trade anywhere anywhere from pre-market low, which would be here, 298.57 down to 297.47. So we can start entering into the trade long here for this bounce at 297.47. I'd like to see a dip to get this trade out of Microsoft, but you know, we may not get it. So whoops. And if you're in it long, going to take some profit up in this neighborhood. That's right in here. Take some profit here, okay? You know, profit in, you know, guys, when you're in a trade, remember, I don't talk about this a lot, you know, when I'm doing it because I'm doing it quick while I'm trading, but I'm taking profit when it comes into the VWAP, into the 200, into the 50 on the intraday, right? On the minute chart. Now, I may enter a trade on the 9 on the daily if I see it jam down and I take the trade. I kind of screwed up yesterday. I should have took a long and I didn't take it. But, you know, nobody's perfect. So, we're going to watch, like I said, we're going to watch Microsoft down here. I'm going to get rid of this green line. So this is our channel we're watching. The closer to this area, the better to take the long, because I really think it's going to fill this little gap right here. I'd be really surprised if it doesn't fill it. There's another little gap right there, I guess. Watch it. So you can take it here at 298.57. That's about a point of risk down to here, so that's within standard risk. So if you take this trade long, you're going to add to your position here. Okay? And you're going to be taking the 297 calls. That's what I would look at. All right? 297 calls. So that's what we're looking for on Microsoft. So Facebook and Microsoft are going to be two of my top plays, you know, for the long as the market can keep it together. You know, it can change intraday. So listen, just because I'm talking about going long now doesn't mean that I'm going to stay long after the market opens, because things change quickly. All right, so that's why we have different levels, and we know which way we're going to go and where we expect it to go, right? MU long from 71.88. Could see it here. Can risk it there, not there. Whoops. Get rid of this. Need a dip. Need a dip to go long, guys. Not just going to jump on it long. Okay? Now, if the market's selling off, once again, if SPY and Qs are breaking lows, you know, it's breaking its lower levels, then, you know, do we want to jump on a trade long? No, we just want to kind of hang out and look for a higher low and let the market get some footing. Okay? Netflix came close to giving me a trade yesterday. I really wanted it down here, but it was close. So Netflix is getting bought up, okay? Broke the long-term downtrend. It's getting bought up. It tested the downtrend for the push. So we'll see if it has any continuation today. So you can watch the long, but I still wouldn't get involved in this unless it's down in this area. You could risk it. I mean, technically you could risk it here off the open. It's above. If you want to take this trade right here. If you don't see what I'm talking about, it's right here. Whoops, missed it. Right there. Okay. You can look at the long here, but I wouldn't give it a lot of room. Okay. And then you're gonna want to make sure that you grab some profit coming into this 555. Okay. Should bounce back a little bit there. Take some profit, and it'll probably push through if it gets up there. Okay. Nvidia's still squeezing and running. So after Pelosi and all that mess about them buying that computer, we've got some candles way up here to 515.55. These are old candles. This is from old stuff. This just happened. You see how they deleted this candle yesterday on Nvidia? If you go to my YouTube video yesterday, you'll see a candle here. It's a reason that I use TC2000. This is why, because they show me the data, and then they may delete it later because then you can't see the damn chart. But I mark it off so I know it's there. Okay. So I'd be looking for Nvidia anywhere above this 217.22. If we can get a dip into the 219.61, I would risk it for a long. Now, am I going to ride this thing all the way down? No. If it jams straight through here in the opening minute, I'll let it come down to the 9, and then I would risk a long. As long as the market's going long, SPY and Qs, and everybody's coming up, right? PayPal, I don't like PayPal. I wonder where Tandon is this morning. He'll roll on about 9:20. What are we doing? Space. Nothing. Man, the people that got smoked in space, this is a perfect example of buy the rumor, sell the news. When he made it to space, it did nothing but sell off. Crazy. All right, SPY, 446.12, down in this neighborhood's where I'm looking for a long. Down here. Now, what I'm talking about is if SPY breaks these lower levels intraday, then I'm going to be cautious about taking a long even on a level when the long comes into play, right? So when we're looking at these trades, this is all the stuff that I'm thinking about, and I may not be saying it. Sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but as you guys are learning, I want to make sure that you understand it. Okay. If SPY ends up at 448.91 today, that would be pretty bitchin'. This is the move. This is your channel up right here. I would expect this to come up today. So that's what I'm expecting. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I'm usually pretty close. Squares, choppy. Put in a little lower, higher low here. Probably come down in this range, test the low, and come back up. The open is way up here at 264.81. We can watch that 260.94 for a long. Be the 260 calls. Not real crazy about it, but it's not horrible, right? It's low risk. I like low risk plays, right? It's coming down. My risk, if I take it here, okay, well, my risk is only down to 260.94, and if I really want to go, I can go to 260.05, right? I like to take my trades by the risk. Okay. Tesla. I'm not going to mess with Tesla. I don't like it. Not on a Friday. Remember, you're going to size down on a Friday, guys. Don't size up. Oh, crap. Well, welcome, Monty. You need proper education to trade, guys. There's a lot of people that just jump in. Happens. Don't worry about it. All right, so Twitter. I did that a long time ago. Hold on a second. Give me just a second, Jason. All right, so Twitter should find some footing in this area, but I just don't like Twitter. I don't like it. I was trading it for a while, and I haven't traded it recently. It's kind of in the middle. Not crazy about it. UPS got some candles up to 193.50. UPS needs to get its crap together. All right. The VIX down. Wish is down by its lows. Needs to get out of this downtrend. Popped out and then gapped down after the earnings, which sucks for those people that are in Wish. I know a few. Not this guy. Alrighty, Walmart. Walmart ran up to all-time. Was that all-time high? Yeah. I liked Walmart back here a lot. If Walmart could get their crap together, they could really put it on Amazon, but it's a lower high. I need a dip. I wouldn't get interested in Walmart till around the 50, I don't think. Down here. Let me mark that off, see what happens. All right, guys, let me go back up here. 33.20.05. Jason. Got it? Okay. Here's a come on, I mean. Yeah, Riot's trash. I only trade the stocks that you see in this basket. Some of the stuff I don't trade because people ask me to look at different things and I'll look at them and I don't take them off. But generally, the stuff that I'm talking about is all I watch. All right. All right, buddy. You didn't miss anything, Chris. So basically, I have SPY and Qs on the bottom of my main trade chart. They're always here. Amazon's up on the left and Apple's on the right. And then I have my other screen, which is, I have 4 screens on my desk, but then I have my other chart over here. Those are the ones I have on the other side. Okay. But remember that you can only watch so many stocks efficiently. Okay. There's no sense to have 30 stocks up. We're not trading penny stocks. We're not trading any garbage stocks. We're not chasing pump and dumps, right? We're trading proper stocks, proper levels. That's what we're trying to do, okay? That's how we make our money. We mitigate our risk. And we grow our accounts, right? Or like some people, members, like to get into trades and get stuck. Happens to everybody though. If you don't think that it can't happen to you, just trade for a little while. You'll get stuck. Yeah, we were discussing Wish a few minutes ago. We said we felt sorry for anybody that got stuck in that tank on Wish. We're here for you, Chris. So, back to Wish, you missed it. So listen, Wish has to break this downtrend, dude. It's got to get out of here. It's going to wedge right here. It's trying to wedge. It needs to come up. It's got to get out of this, or it's going to push down into a penny stock. I mean, it's basically a penny stock now, but. All right. Yeah. Open the trade deck. Trade with interactive brokers. I'm going to do a small account challenge. I'm going to start with a small account. I've been telling you guys I'm going to start that soon. I'm going to be playing in some big poker tournaments in the near future, so I'm trying to decide when I'm going to start that. World Series of Poker in Vegas. And the rooms in Vegas are no longer $50 a night. I was a little agitated by that. Come on. Can't type. There we go. Thanks, guys, for telling me to open my trade deck, because you know I always forget. 4 minutes till the market opens. All right, guys. So, market opens in 4 minutes. Focus up. Make sure you got your platform open. I call it trade deck. You know, your broker, whoever you're using. Now, you look at my charts and you see I have people on the YouTube channel. So I'm just talking about this. This is the daily chart over here, and this is the minute chart intraday, so I can see if we're running it. If we get a big jam down or jam up, like we did on SPY yesterday, it was jamming down to the 9. I can watch that and see it on the daily to know when to execute if I want to try to take the bounce off the moving averages. So that's what those are there for. And I have another chart this way too, which has it on both sides, but I screwed it up, so I gotta go back and fix it. I just haven't got to it. All right, and the charting I'm using is TC2000, if you're wondering what this is. I don't trust any brokers, so I use third-party platforms, okay, for my charts. It's quiet in my ear when Tandon's not in the chat room. Don't tell him I said that. Got about a minute and a half till the market opens. Get your trades ready. Remember, guys, it's Friday. Size down. Don't size up. Somebody remind me of that when I'm in the trade. So if you're trading 100 contracts, you want to drop down to 50, 75. If you're trading 10, drop down to 5. If you're trading 5, drop down to 2. That's kind of what it means. If you're trading 1, yes, Chris, then trade 1. Everybody's got to learn. I started with 1 contract. Actually, I started way more than 1 contract. I blew out a few accounts and then I sized it down. Microsoft is down to the first call level, 298.52. Broke its pre-market cap. Microsoft is a little weak right now. Q's is coming down. Here we go. Apple, big candle down. 146.34 is kind of where I expect Apple to come to. What do I got Wish up there for? Damn it. All right. Sitting on my hands, guys, waiting. No trade, just looking across. Nvidia's got a big candle. Facebook just jammed into my level at 364.10 and I missed it. Good job, Patrick. Sucked right back up. I mean, are you kidding me? There goes SPY. Well, your fearless leader has missed the trade. SPY didn't come, neither did Q, so it is what it is. But Facebook came in perfect. Tagged that 364.10. I was watching it, and I didn't have it open. Tagged it and bounced. Sucked right back up and ran straight up. Same with Apple down here. Thought it might bounce there, but I really wanted it down here. It's Friday, guys. I'm not chasing nothing. Not chasing anything. It's either going to come to the level and I'm going to get a play, or it's not going to come to the level and I'm not going to get a play. Or I'll like the setup, right? Coming into VWAP or the 200. Apple's coming back down. Apple's been a little doggish lately. Q's is coming up strong. Q's is coming into pre-market high because I didn't snap that proper. Look at this move. Doggone it. Facebook was perfect off that 364.10. I mean, to the penny, boys. To the penny. It don't get any better than that for a 2-point move. I'm so frustrated I missed it. I was looking at it, and I had SPY up on my chart, not Facebook. How much money did I miss on that trade? I would have took the 364 call, 362.50s. So on that jam down, if I was on it, I would have got filled around 281 to 285. I'd be up $100 a contract already. Contract jammed up to $420 a contract. On Facebook, if you want to know how fast you can make $100 a contract, that's it right there, gentlemen. That's $100 a contract. Boom, boom. $100 a contract. Q's pulling back off pre-market high at 373.89. SPY's continuing up. Going to come into pre-market highs. Of course, I didn't mark it off. See what happens here. If it gets above this, I expect it to come down, actually. Facebook's coming back down. Amazon's into the 33.20. Curious what happens here with Amazon in this area. The pre-market high for the short looks like it was a decent play too, but I didn't like it. Apple's trying to put in a higher low. There's some buyers right here. That suck up. Microsoft's heading to the lower level at 297.47. All right. Amazon broke. Q's coming down. Also, guys, you got to be taking profit when you're getting in these longs on Facebook. I would have taken profit on the suck up and then taken profit again here. And then I'd have left some on. Facebook's just taken off. I'll go on it. When I go back and look at that YouTube video, I'm going to be like, yep, that was the play, and you missed it because you're a chump and didn't have it open on your trade deck, and it was your top play. $4.57 on the contract now. Jeez. Don't get FOMO. I'm sitting back on my, just sitting back, hanging out, looking for a play. Apple's trying to put in some higher lows here at the 147.17. If I could get SPY to break this 447.84, I would get interested in a call on Apple. Facebook just broke out of the 366 pre-market high and is taking off. Amazon bounced. Man, I just don't trust Apple. I just don't trust it here. It's all about risk to me, guys. When we get down in this neighborhood, I'll be more interested in taking it. And if I miss it, I miss it. It's a Friday, okay? But that Facebook play in the open was perfect. I'm thinking about taking Microsoft long at 297.47. We're getting close. $297.50 calls. Waiting to see what happens here with SPY. The Q's pulled back. Levels work, guys. Here's Facebook. Ran right up to the short level. Look where it slowed down at. See that? Ding dong. Still gonna, it looks like it's breaking through, but that's where it slowed down. So that's where I mark it off, where I need to make sure I'm taking good profit if I'm in the trade. Taking some profit on the Microsoft trade. Contract's moving pretty well. I entered a little bit. I started with 30 contracts. Got filled at $1.59. Took profit at $1.81. $1.80 it filled me. Come on. Semi-profit. I don't want to get stuck in this if it jams down. CQs wants to come down and test this level, it looks like. SPY's trying to put in a lower high. Amazon's lower high. Google's up testing highs, getting close. Google's been steady green for the last 9 minutes. Buying some more Microsoft. It's right in the middle of my level. Here. Take an ad at this 297.50 and it breaks through. I'm going to lose interest quickly. This is the gap fill right here. Here it comes. Just added. Filled me good. $1.20. I'm a little red in the trade. I took profit. I'm just a little bit red. I took profit on some and then bought them back. So I don't have much risk right here. Here's the gap fill. Q's jamming in. Hopefully we get a nice bounce up right here. Come on. Come on. Told you I didn't trust Apple. Come on. Come on, fill me. It's got filled 136. Take some profit. I'm not overly confident in this long. Here comes Q's. Bouncing nicely. This looks like lower high action. Very curious. I got Microsoft on my other screen, but I wanted to know what Amazon was doing. Apple 146.34. I'll be waiting for that area. Somewhere in here. Unless Microsoft bounces up and takes me on a ride where I can make some real money. Taking a little ad of Microsoft. See if we're going to put it a higher low and push, or we're going to fail. I need this over here. Be very quick to close this trade if it breaks that 297.47, guys. I'm not interested in riding this down. This is the gap fill bounce. I'd like to get a nice bounce. I'll take profit into VWAP. If it'll get there. If it fails, I'm just going to close it. I'm up about 600 on this trade right now. If I can get some continuation, we'll make some money. Not super confident because SPY's at highs, right? If SPY broke this 447.84 and was continuing up, I would buy more contracts, but I'm just going to kind of hang out. I took a little ad because it's trying to put in a higher low. We'll see if it's going to get some continuation with this Q bounce. Like I said, I'm not riding this past this, like right here. I'm not giving this no wiggle room. We're into the gap fill. I might give it 5 or 10 cents underneath this level, and that'll be it. You see how it's trying to hold this gap? This is the gap fill, guys. I was talking about this pre-market, okay? Hopefully it doesn't jam down while I'm doing this. See this gap fill right here? I told you I expected it to come in and test it, and sure enough, it came down and tested it. So we could try it here, but I didn't enter the trade until here, and then I sold some. Then I went and then I bought some here. And then it came back, I bought some more right here, so I'm just kind of hanging. Hoping it holds. Sliding. It needs to come up. It's probably going to jam down and make me close and then go up. It's been doing it to me all week. I get a little win instead of a big win. I'm still up roughly $12 a contract on the ones I bought on the bottom. So I'm just kind of hanging here. We got a little higher low still, so hopefully it holds on. But if SPY breaks down and starts coming down, I'm probably going to have to close this because it's not going to hold. There goes SPY. That's what I need to pull it up. Come on, Microsoft. Doggone it. SPY's running up. Microsoft dips just 5 cents. Nope. Better suck up. I'm going to close it. Got to give it a little wiggle, but there goes SPY. SPY's all the way back to highs. Intraday high. Tagged it, sucked back. Let's see what happens here if it's going to break through. I gotta get ready to close this damn trade if it doesn't. There goes SPY. Woo! Now, if Microsoft would get its shit together, sometimes you pick the dog. Q's was a better play. Would have made money on Q's. Now I'm just kind of hanging here on Microsoft. It's trying to hold this level. Trying. I don't know if it's going to hold it. We'll see. I like that SPY broke the pre-market high. Okay. I need Q's to be going the other direction. Google is running at highs. Come on, Microsoft, damn it. Trying to decide if I'm going to close this here, guys. Hold on a second. $294.82. I can't go that deep. Oh, what is this volume? What hell order is this for 3 million? So I'm going to hang in this for a minute. I want to see what happens. That was bigger than the opening candle, this order that executed right here. Hopefully that was a big order long and we're going to go whoop and go straight back up. We're just giving it some risk, guys. That's all we're doing. Standard risk on Microsoft's about a point. I just bought some 295s. sure what's going to happen here. Hoping this was a big order and they're just filling the long. That's what I'm hoping that's happening right now, and then it's just going to take off. Taking some profit off the 295s. That was a quick 25 a contract. I take profit quick, guys. I bought it here. It sucks up. I mean, I made back, so now I can stay in this trade. It's more about me mitigating my risk so I can try to stay in the trade sometimes longer. But when it pops up, I just grab some profit, right? Are you in a trade, Mahaffey? Hanging out? How's LMT? Going up? I'm not watching it. Good. Come on. Microsoft is just not going to let me win big on this trade. It's just not going to let me do it. It's about 50 cents. Take a little bit of a gamble here on Microsoft. What I've been in this trade now, 20 minutes or so. Got to give it some risk. I'm going to be a stock chump on a Friday. Going to piss me off. I hate being stock chump on the weekend. I haven't lost on a Friday for a long time. Hold on. I almost took an ad right here, but I was trying to figure something out. Beautiful. Big red candle out of SPY. SPY was the main reason I stayed in this Microsoft trade, but we'll see what happens. I'm just going to watch it. I'm red in the trade right now. I'll be looking for a higher low to take an ad. I almost added right here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait and see. There she comes back up. Now if we can get some momentum. That move put me back in the green. There we go. Look at that. Look at this. I mean, there's a lot of divergence. Q's is down. SPY's up on the upper end. Amazon broke under. Microsoft's down. Coming up. Come on, Microsoft. Pay me, baby. Google was sliding for a moment. Ran into highs. Come on, Microsoft. Let's go. Run to VWAP. I'm not greedy. Wish I'd taken that ad now, of course. I've got too big of a position for Friday. I always do it to myself sometimes. Told you to tell me not to do that to myself, Jason. It's your fault. This is why we give wiggle room, right? You have to give it some wiggle room. Do I think this is going to turn into a big winner? It could turn into a big winner. But it also could fail right here. So we'll see. Boy, the contract slippage is brutal. I need this thing to come up in a hurry. Come on. I peeled some off right there. Just lowering my exposure, guys. I'm back green, but I don't want to lose 2,000 or 3,000 if it jams down. So I'm just lowering my position. That's what you do when you're red in a trade for a while and it comes back towards to get you green and you're a little green. You just start lowering your exposure. Don't go, oh, it's going up now. I'm going to stay in it for all day. It's not what you do. There's the contracts moving now. Come on. Come on. Monty, I hope you didn't get stuck in this trade on Microsoft I'm doing, but it's coming up. Woo! Let me take some profit there, baby. That was a $30 jump in the contract. Come on. Very nice fill. Told you I was taking some profit into VWAP. We're green in this trade now, boys. Oh, you see? Damn it. Come on. Oh, look at that candle on Q's and SPY. Woo! Here comes the move. Look at that. They're trying to blow out the stops. Here we go. Which way are we going here? You see that candle down to the double bottom and straight back up? Be careful with this, guys. There's something going on. On Qs and SPY, be very careful. I peeled some more off the Microsoft. Taking profit. Chris, you see that? That's crazy. And then, oh, there goes SPY. Here we go. We're getting paid now, boys. We're getting paid. Look at this candle on Qs. We're getting paid. We're getting paid. Let's go. Come on, Microsoft. Let's run. Taking some more off my 295s. Actually, I'm going to peel some of my 297.50s too, if it could fill me here. Come on. There we go. We are green, big green in Microsoft right now. If I can get a push up to here, we're going to have a very nice day. I just need it to come to here, to the 200, to the open, right in this neighborhood. That's all I need. Up about 70 a contract on my 295s right now. SPY squeezing. Qs is coming. Come on, Microsoft. I'll bet Apple's running too. Facebook. God, why did I miss that trade? Apple coming straight up. Straight up. Here we go, guys. Let me take some profit on that spike. Up over 100 a contract on Microsoft currently. Look at this squeeze. The short squeeze is on. Woo, baby. I start getting loud when I'm up over 5 grand. That's all I have to tell you. Taking some 297.50s off. Filled me at $1.87, and I bought those for $1.20. I don't have many contracts left, guys. I'm starting to run out. Qs ran right into that 374.80 and stopped. The same with SPY, guys. Levels work. If you don't think that I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, that should show you. This big 3 million order right here was, they were just filling the order right here. That was the order fill. That was why I stayed in it. I think I can get at least the open. I'm trying to hold on. I'm being a little greedy. I should just take it all off here. You know what? Come on. All right, I just closed out all my 295s. You know what? I'm going to close the rest of these. 297.50s. Come on, baby. I'll take you right there. 194. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm out all the way out of Microsoft. We're all done. We nailed that, baby. I had way too big of a position, but it worked out because it came all the way up. Wish I hadn't sold those contracts down here now, but you know, you got to take profit and lower your position when it's going against you. All right, guys, I'm all done for Friday. It could come straight back down from up here. Did Google break out? Yep, Google broke highs. That's how it's done, gentlemen and ladies. Now, that Q play was T to T, 372.47 to 374.80. Boom, straight. Could take that trade both ways. All right, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back. I don't have any open trades for you that are on YouTube. Monty, it was very good. Over 5,000. But that creates FOMO. I don't generally tell people, so you know. I talk about it, but I don't. Because if you're trading one or two, then you're taking a position too big, and then people try to catch up to what you're doing, so. All right. Well, you saw it live work, right? That's awesome, Monty. You can check out my website. I have some training videos. I have a live chat. I have people in a screen share and my live chat room. You can check that out as well at daytradinghacker.com. If you just started, I have a lot of good training videos. The website's $147 a month right now, I think. But you get access to all my training videos that people charge $5 and $10 grand for. Hey, Chris, go over to my YouTube. Go over to my YouTube channel. Let them know that you like the training videos. Well, that's good. YouTube. I don't stream it on Facebook. I probably should. I just want to get a bigger. I want to get a bigger group in the chat room. We got more eyes looking at the charts, and we're not missing stuff, you know. Microsoft's still going. Ah. Felt I was being greedy and I just closed it out. It's going to keep going, damn it. Oh well. It is what it is. Got to take that profit, move on. Oh, Microsoft, baby. That's another 50 a contract. Oh. Oh, nailed it. I was just having you say something on the chat, Chris, because you're new and you just watched all the videos, so you can give kind of a what you think. Microsoft's still going. I should have left some on, but I didn't. I just took it all. Hell with it. It's Friday. All right, guys. I'm going to leave the charts up. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, let the dog out, all that stuff. I don't have any open trades, okay? I'm actually going to shut down the YouTube stream. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to leave for the room. I'm going to leave my charts and things up. If you guys need me, I'm still here.